Welcome to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with intuitive lightworker, national speaker, metaphysical teacher, and best-selling author Lisa Kessler. What is it you want to manifest? Are you looking to increase your income, change careers? Maybe you want to manifest a new home or a new car. Are you ready to bring love into your life? You have come to the right place.
Hello, everyone, and if you are listening in the U.S., happy Independence Day. It's July 4th this week, and it got me thinking. I'm really into watching historical miniseries and documentaries about, especially around independence from Great Britain and the birth of America. And if you've been watching, Franklin is a new one that just came out. There's also, everyone has seen Hamilton, right? And also there is a mini series called John Adams that I think came from HBO. But in all of these, I think what inspires me the most is that by declaring independence, it's an important step to declare independence from fear. And when you watch our historical forefathers coming to this decision, it wasn't anything that they did rashly. It took a lot of thought, but mostly it took a lot of courage. It took a lot of banishing fear. And when we release ourselves from fear, it opens up opportunities that we never thought were possible. So, with Independence Day this week, a lot of people never would have dreamed that France would have helped the United States become independent. I'm sure that the colonies weren't even thinking about France. But as soon as they declared their independence, they banished fear. They stepped over the fear. I'm sure there still was fear there. I wish it was so simple that you could just cut it off and poof, it's gone. That's not true. That's why coaches exist, right? Is because we all get fearful sometimes and we need someone in our corner who can coach us along to continue to banish that fear. I recently read The Untethered Soul. Highly recommend it, but it is a little bit out there. However, talks about attachment, and when we sometimes we attach to things that maybe aren't for our highest good, but we stay there because of fear, because the fear of the unknown is bigger than the uncomfortable situation that we may find ourselves in. So what do I mean? Well, sometimes there's fear of success, fear of failure, but sometimes there's just fear of the unknown. You know, we're comfortable with the uncomfortableness that we currently have. So let me give you an example. So you don't have a car payment right now, but the car that you have, you constantly have to put just a little money here or there. And first it's the radiator, and then it's a battery, and then it's the exhaust system. And you keep throwing these Band-Aids at this car, and you know that the car isn't reliable. And every time you go for a drive, you think, is this the time that it dies for good? But you stick with it because you're so uncomfortable with the thought of getting another car. Who knows what problems that car might have, right? That might be what your fear is telling you. Or your fear might be telling you, what if I can't afford a car payment? And the reality is that if you decided that you were going to manifest a new car, as soon as you make that decision, there is power there because you have told your fear to get in the back seat of the car. You have told your fear, we're done. And as soon as you do that, amazing things start to happen because the universe feels that energy. The universe feels your energy and your decision. We have free will. So when you make that decision, it puts things in motion. So what might happen? Well, you might start looking at cars online because now it's in your head that you really are going to retire this car. And when you start looking online, you discover, I could get this other car. It's still used, but it has very low mileage and they need to get rid of it now. And oh my gosh, it's exactly the right price. The universe will put things into your path that you didn't even know existed until you declared independence from that fear that was holding you back, that fear of change. We sometimes allow ourselves to be miserable because that is less scary than agreeing to change. Let that sink in, right? But I see it all the time in my coaching clients. Sometimes it takes them years to make the big decision that they're going to invest in themselves and they're going to change their life. And the second that they do, everything starts to change. And it's so much bigger and better than what they had even dared to dream of. I look at America when I think about that because they didn't know what they were getting into, but they knew that they were going to step past fear and make a change. So this year for Independence Day, I'm going to challenge you this week, just for a week, try it. Declare independence from fear. Say yes. If you've been thinking about a trip, start pricing it out. Figure out what it would actually take. Is it really such a big deal as what you were thinking? Are there sales right now that you hadn't even realized because you weren't looking? You had already convinced yourself you couldn't afford it. Or whatever you want to change in your life. Declare your independence from fear this week. And do it. And if you need help, please click the links in the podcast notes. I would love to chat with you. This is one of the things that lights me up, is seeing you get everything you ever dreamed of and more. You can do it. I see it happen over and over. So declare your independence from fear this week. And let's do it.
Thanks for listening to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with Lisa Kessler. If you have questions or comments, or if you'd like to work with Lisa to manifest your dreams, you can connect with her through her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net. That's also where you can claim your free weekly tarot reading and manifesting tips. Make sure you subscribe or follow the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast on your favorite podcasting site so you never miss another episode. As Lisa likes to say, we can make magic when we bring the universe into the equation. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you'd like more information about Lisa, Metaphysical Manifestation Mentorship, or the Manifesting Magic Mastermind, visit her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net.